Hey guys, it's Melanie and welcome to today's video. We are going to be getting into some really exciting thrift flips. Let me tell you guys, my creative juices have been flowing when it comes to thrift upcycling and sewing. So today's video is exactly what I have been craving. So without further ado, let's go over to my sewing station. I warmed up my sewing machine already today because I actually hemmed these jeans that I'm wearing right now. They were genuinely like 12 inches too long, which is insane, but I have short legs. But I'm glad that I had time to get a little warm up in because it's been kind of a while since I've sewn, so I needed to remind myself how exactly to, you know, work a sewing machine. I'm briefly going to show you the pieces that I have. I want to give you a good beforehand try on so that you can see the full transformation, but I'm also going to explain everything that I want to do to these items, and we'll see if I can bring my visions to life because, as I may have hinted a little, I'm not the most confident in my sewing skills. They're a work in progress. This I thought was just beautiful. I love the print. It just does not fit me. It's too big. I totally would have bought this if it was my size just to wear as a skirt. It is this Gap mini skirt. Obviously, I could just take it in so that it could be a skirt, but I actually thought this would make an adorable tube top. Hear me out. I don't really wear tube tops, but I feel like I can never find ones that fit me great. But I feel like if I'm altering it myself, maybe we'll be able to get somewhere with that. This one already has a really pretty scalloped top as well, so I thought that would just like already look perfect as, you know, like this just in tube top form. I am doing this in the order that I think will be easiest to most difficult because I need to warm up my sewing skills. This first thrift flip in theory should be pretty simple, so hopefully I can get this done today pretty easily. As shown by my little outline sketch, I'm basically turning the oversized mini skirt into a little tube top. So all I really have to do is shorten the top to the length I want it to be, also make it a bit smaller. Top is already elastic, which I think will make perfectly for a tube top because I need all the help I can get with keeping this top up here. So let's just start trimming away at the fabric. I'm taking the world's sloppiest measurements. I don't want this to be a complete crop top. I actually want it to be kind of like normal length. Let's get to trimming. This is the scary part, but it has to be done. I'm going to start by just trimming. It's like layered. I don't think it's super necessary for a top. So I'm gonna trim out this blue fabric and then I'm gonna cut it down the side and then crop the bottom as much as I want it to be cropped. I've trimmed it down. It looks so tiny now. All I'm gonna do is hem the bottom and then seam the side and we'll be ready to try it on, honestly. So let's do that real quick. I'm such a liar, forgot a major step. I'm gonna iron it first so that all the seams look nice and crisp, and then I will get to sewing. Halfway there. I'm gonna attempt to do, I think it's called a French seam. I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm doing here, if I'm gonna be honest. I wonder if I'll be able to wear this as a skirt or a shirt. That would be kind of cool. I forgot how to do this. I need to watch the video. Seems simple enough. We're gonna attempt it. Okay guys, I finished the top. It took like legit 30 minutes, so let's try it on. I also have really high hopes that this could definitely be worn just as like a mini skirt too now. We have to try it on both ways. I have nowhere to stand. I have to scoot you over. Guys, This was such an easy thrift flip, and this turned out way better than I ever imagined, because let me tell you, no tube tops ever fit me well, but since this already had like elastic in the top, and even if it didn't, I'm sure you could like add your own very thin elastic in like the seam on the top. Oh my gosh, it actually fits so comfortably, and I love how it's like a flowy little tube top, because my other issue with tube tops is that sometimes they're not super flattering. This, now I know it's almost fall, but this is my perfect summer top. But I think it would be even more fun if I add like something in the center, either like a bow, or I'm even thinking maybe like a little rose or something. So we're gonna go to the Joann's or Michael's to pick something up for that. Let's try it on as a skirt now. Honestly, as expected, it looks so cute as a little mini skirt too. I even like it with this top. I'm so happy with this one. Let's go to the craft store though. So it's clearly a lot later now. I ran my errand, got the one thing I need to finish this DIY, which is very small. I just got this very thin ribbon, but then I got a little distracted and I went thrifting and I went grocery shopping, but it's okay because we're still finishing our top tonight. Honestly, this is gonna be so quick too. All I'm gonna do is make a tiny bow with it, and I'm gonna hand sew it right in the center of my top slash skirt, and then I'll be done with my first thrift flip. Alright guys, I finished this first thrift flip. I am so happy with how this one turned out. It was a pretty simple flip, as you guys saw. It took under an hour total. I think the little bow adds so much. It's such a cute little dainty detail. I'm going to show you guys a little before and after of my piece. It went from unwearable to honestly a top I'm going to reach for all the time. Now, here's one issue. I thrifted this top. I do not remember at all why I bought it. Like, I don't remember if I had a vision in mind at the time. So I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't and come up with something new. Plan for this one is just turning it into a flowy, cute little summer tank top. There's these ones that are kind of like almost peplum-y that I kind of want to replicate just the shape of, which I think I will be able to do very nicely with this because it's a very nice flowy fabric. I'm a little bit more nervous for this one. As I said, I'm kind of like increasing in difficulty, and this is definitely going to be more brain power and sewing than the last thrift flip that you just saw. But I am very excited for this top. I see a lot of potential with it, and I think if it turns out well, I would totally make more tops like this because I've been obsessed with this style and shape of top. So let's get to chopping this up. Do I know what I'm doing? Not really. Alright, so I have my pieces cut out as best as I can. The next step is to iron them flat. Kind of nervous about this one. Back to the ironing rug we go. I press the ends in so that I can make a nice crisp seam for the top part of the top. I'm not gonna lie, I don't completely know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm basically pattern writing for this one, trying to outdo myself because I'm basically just making a brand new top from the fabric of this large top. But we're committed. I already like chopped it up into a billion pieces, so we're gonna see how this turns out. Really testing my sewing skills right after I told you guys that it's been so long since I've sewn. I'm gonna start with the strap. Cut out 2 of these thin pieces that I'm gonna use to make the straps, and I feel relatively confident in this part because I thankfully have made straps before. So I'm gonna start with this. I finished my straps. I feel like a little bit more optimistic because I feel like my straps actually turned out pretty good considering I have not made straps in years. I grabbed this top. I'm gonna use this as a gauge for how far my straps are gonna be apart and how long they should be. I think this one's looking up so far. I am gonna work on assembling the top part of the top, kind of like the bust part here. I'm just gonna use some clips to kind of attach it where I'm gonna sew it. I have my top kind of clipped together where I want everything to be. Start sewing it all together. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a little impressed with myself. I know this is only half of a top, but I'm kind of excited, so I'm gonna try this on over my shirt, obviously. Ooh, I hope it fits. Not bad. I'm a little worried about the armpits. I feel like it almost looks better because it's on top of this long sleeve. Didn't think about that. I'm gonna try it on without the long sleeve on underneath. Okay, not bad. The armpits are kind of like really large, which is just my fault for making this like too big. Oh, when my arms are down, I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I probably have to fix this, huh? I really don't want it. I fixed the armpit like a little bit, so it should be good now. And I guess this is the last part of it, but I'm going to be trying to figure out how to gather this. I'm excited to try gathering. It seems really fun, kind of. I'm probably just saying it and it's probably gonna be really hard, but that's what we're doing now. I'm getting tired. It's only like 8. I was getting a little sleepy, so I took a shower and I'm ready to get back to sewing and finishing this top. I'm pretty excited to finish it and I think that I can do it pretty soon. So I gathered the bottom whatever peplum part of it and I'm just gonna start pinning it to the top part and then we're gonna sew those together, and after that we're pretty much done, except I remembered that I actually wanted to add a little lace detail to the top. That part, that should be super quick and easy. I have a whole tank top here. This is kind of crazy to me. I'm proud. I still need to try it on. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit lopsided, but definitely will wear this more than what I had before. I will say that. I'm gonna add my final touch, which is this little lace ribbon. It's so cute. It has like cherries on it. I sewed this to the bottom of my jeans before and I just am convinced this makes everything in the world so much cuter. So I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of this to the front part of this top. I think that'd be adorable. It should be really quick. Amazing news. The lace on the top just made me love it even more. So cute. Not gonna lie, this totally reminds me of those like brandy PJ sets and you could just buy this for like 15 bucks, but I'm proud of myself. I made this. I'm a little bit nervous, but let's try it on. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I'm really glad that I use like a pattern print because it really hides my messy sewing skill. This might be the most like complex piece I've sewed myself. I'm pretty proud. I will see you guys tomorrow in daylight to try this on again. It's the next day and I'm retrying on this top I made last night, and guys, still impressed with it. I'm really happy I added this little like lace detail too. I think it finished the piece off perfectly. I already love it as is. I just think I probably would not reach for it the most. So I want to add a little bit to it to spruce it up and also just make it like fit a little bit better. It's this crazy button up. It has the coolest like florals on it that are almost like painted looking. It is an extra large, so it's pretty oversized, but I love how flowy and kind of baggy it looks. I already do love the shape of it, but I do think since it's already wide, I want to crop it a little so it fits me a little bit better. I want to pick up some fun stuff like lace and ribbon just to add to it, because like everything could use more lace and ribbon. I made blueberry syrup this morning, hence why we're starting filming this video late. It's like noon. This is not what I intended. But that means I'm extra excited to get started on this DIY. I'm not gonna lie, I think this is probably the one I'm most excited for, probably because I've done similar-ish alterations so that I like know what I'm doing and I know I'm gonna like it. We are gonna start by trying this on so I know where to crop it. I also have 2 different kinds of ribbon that I'm gonna be playing around with, so I can't wait to add this. I've been going through a huge phase with this ruffle ribbon stuff. I'm not really, I don't want it to be like cropped, but I do have to remember the trim that I got is actually pretty long, so I'll kind of keep that in mind when I'm cutting it. I see that all the sewers use these clips, so I bought these clips. I think I'm getting there, guys. I feel like I've made strides during this video alone. I also want to make sure that I remember it originally has like a little slit here, which I really like. So I'm gonna try to replicate that once I get up here. I might even make it like a bigger slit. I finished ironing and pressing down all the seams that I plan on sewing. I'm going to cut all my ribbon pieces to size. It's going to be like 1 long panel for the back and then 2 shorter ones for the front, since it's kind of like a cardigan. So let's cut those real quick and then we'll get to sewing. Guys, I just realized my sweatshirt has been on backwards this entire time. I thought it would actually be a good idea to pin this trim down onto the bottom of my shirt. Before I get to sewing, it's probably the wisest idea so that I don't mess things up. So we're gonna do that first, take our time so that it actually turns out good. I think I need a bigger table is the issue here. I wish I had like a rectangular table right now, but there's not much you can do. Giving kind of like George Washington, but obviously I love it. I'm so here for this vision. Obviously it's my own vision, but all right, we're gonna start sewing. Alright guys, I am loving this top already. I could totally see myself doing this with more items that I thrift. I feel like it looks so good on like thicker button-ups. This is what it's looking like. This could totally be finished, but I do want to add some bows, as I mentioned. I did add the little slits on the side, as you can see here, and I thought it would be so cute to sew on some little bow decals on the side. I did a little bow like shirt and sweater DIY maybe like a year ago, and I absolutely love how those turned out. I wear them all the time, and I thought it would be really fun to add it onto this. Instead of using normal ribbon, I'm using this kind of like, I don't know what this is called, embroidered one. I'm going to trim it down to size and tie 2 bows and then pin it down. I think I'm gonna hand sew it just because that's what I did previously when I did something similar and it worked out really well. I'm actually really happy to be doing this so that I can sit on the couch for a little while. I'm such a couch girl. I also literally had to change out of my sweatshirt because tell me why I get so hot when I'm literally sewing. I feel like I'm not even moving very much. I hope I have enough of this ribbon. She is finished. Guys, look at the little bows on the side. I'm obsessed with the ribbon that I use. I think it looks so cute on it. This is just so adorable. I feel like it turned out exactly like I envisioned. Let's try it on. Guys, obsessed might be an understatement. I love how this turned out so much. I genuinely want to make more versions of this. The ruffles are so cute and the bow, oh my god. Alright guys, I just wanted to end off the video here and thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm honestly so happy with how all of them turned out. I might even say this might be my best thrift flip yet, which makes sense. I feel like I should progress as I make more of these videos. So that just means we're on track. If you guys want to see more sewing videos or more thrift flip videos specifically, please let me know in the comments and I would be so happy to make more of these because I honestly had so much fun making this video. But other than that, thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.